decay is bacteria. Now, just like bacterial infection in our bodies, bacteria can be very dangerous. And so this one is, of the three, this is the one that we need to really understand and be able to protect ourselves from. Now, the main bacteria that we are needing to battle is botulism. Now, botulism is something that instills like terror in the hearts of most. And yes, it is something that we need to take very seriously, but when we understand how it functions, we understand its mechanism, we are going to be able to preserve our food in a way that we can guarantee is going to be safe from botulism. And you actually may be surprised. I feel like a lot of this information has not been talked about. We always just get terrified of botulism and told that it's going to kill us, and we don't really understand, the full mechanism behind it. So let's get into the science of botulism. So botulism is a spore-forming bacteria. It's found naturally in soil and water. The spore itself is not toxic, okay? So you can eat a botulism spore and it will not hurt you at all. And it's in the soil, it's around us. It's not something that harms us. But when it is put in the right environment, it can develop into a neurotoxin. And it's the neurotoxin that in very small doses will really impact the human body negatively, and it can cause death. So the botulism toxin needs to have a very specific environment to grow in. It needs to be anaerobic, so no air. It needs to be a wet environment. It needs to be above 3 degrees Celsius. And it also needs to be low in acid, salt, or sugar. Okay, and so as I'm listing these requirements, you can go, oh, well, that's why, high sugar jam, is safe, won't have botulism, and or like a pickle, right? High in vinegar, it's not going to have botulism in it. And so we'll be able to look at how our preservation methods and all of these techniques prevent botulism. So again, anaerobic, a wet environment, above 3 degrees Celsius, low in acid, salt, or sugar. I'm going to just look at kind of the scary part of this and talk about the symptoms really quickly. I think it's important for us to know these symptoms. If anyone has a botulism food poisoning, they're going to have symptoms that really revolve around the face. So you have double vision, drooping eyelids, along with difficulty breathing, difficulty swallowing, and then eventually paralysis. So if anyone in your family is exhibiting these symptoms, you need to go to the hospital like right now, and bring any food that person ate so that you can give it as a sample. There's multiple strains of botulism, and each strain, certain strains will require a different like antitoxin or antidote. So again, know the symptoms, get to the hospital, bring the food that they ate so that they can figure out what to administer.